Tremendous satisfaction. I'm really happy that this day has come. This is something which me and Mohan and Kiran, we sat together and we said that, first of all, getting the BPAC itself was not an easy job. And there was a debate. Should we call it Bangalore? We're not planning to call Public Action Committee. Because if you put political word, it may become politically incorrect. So initially people were saying, let's call it Bangalore Public Action Committee and all. So me and Mohan were adamant. I said, no, it's political, it's political, it's political. Let's not be shy about politics. Let's not feel that politics is dirty so we can do anything about it. Especially people who are in industry, they say, no, don't say political, this party will get upset, that party will get upset. So I'm really happy that BPAC's full name is Bangalore Political Action Committee. And I'm also very happy that when we thought, okay, fine, we are talking about it, we are telling people what to do. But then, why don't we create such people? If we don't create such people, where these people will come from? I'm so happy to see someone, my neighbor. He has been very active in various civic activities. He didn't even tell me that he's applying, and I see him, he's selected here, and I said, what are you doing? He said, I'm a student. By the way, he's a project manager at one of the largest software multinational. And I was having some, coffee with some people, and I see another friend of mine here sitting. So many of you who wanted to do it, there was no opportunity for you to do it. You have been doing in your individual capacity. You have been doing it in your resident welfare association where all it starts. Fixing the problem of your apartment or your neighborhood. Then you start a little bit, adopt a lake. Then maybe try to get some potholes filled, which never get filled. And then what happens? We go on Facebook. And we start telling, oh my God, this is that. Look, you saw. I thought our mayor was the poorest, most bechara fellow in this country. I mean, he just had no power, no way to know how to do it. And I'll tell you why. I'm sorry to say, and I'm happy if it goes outside this room. There are 200 corporators. And I can tell you, I won't say the numbers, but at least 70-80% are not there to serve. Okay? More than that. By the way, this man, I know him for very long. He is a very old BJP guy. He is one of the exceptions. I don't know about the deputy mayor. Very rarely people go, I don't know her. No, sorry. Oh, sorry. I didn't know she's from Congress. If she's from Congress, I don't have to say much. Anyway. Irrespective, just jokes aside, I don't know the lady, so I didn't. What I'm saying is that there are very few people today who enter public life with a concept of service. Also, there is a problem. There are very few people who are committed, capable, and credible who enter politics. They gave some examples. I think Mohan gave the example of who are our illustrious mayors. And they all ended up, they are all very successful people. Some people say, oh, what are you talking about? You are all educated people. Every time we get this, you educated people are trying to get into politics. What do you understand? You don't understand grassroots. But we all educated people, you face the same potholes, same water tankers, same power cuts. It so happens that we work really hard. I come from a village in UP. And all my cousins are still very poor. Just God was kind that I went to IIT, went abroad, Harvard, and I made money, and that's not my fault. It's not my mistake. Correct? For them, it's wrong. So, I don't know, many of you would know, my name is R.K. Mishra. I made my business, sold everything, and retired when I turned 40. And with very simple one-point agenda, I would like to be in public service. Now, how do you enter public service when you're 40? Because if you enter public service at 20, which all our politicians do, that means they have never done anything in life. Mostly they have not educated themselves. They have not got a job. What they do? They go with another chota politician. They start with a corporator's friend, then they'll become MLA's friend, then they will become MLA themselves. Neither have they studied, nor have they done anything which will earn them living. Neither have they solved any problems. They're just hanging around with parties for long enough to become your corporator, your MLA and MP. What do you expect them to do? We tell them they're corrupt. all their life they have not seen money. All their life they have only borrowed money and spent. Now this is their opportunity to pay back. Correct? So why will they not be corrupt? And even if they want, they have to be corrupt. Because as he said, crores are spent. Corporators are spending 2 crores, 3 crores, 4 crores, 5 crores. And I was telling somebody, there's a lady here who said, no, I've joined here to become a social service person. I don't want to become a politician and corporator. But what is corporator? Is it not social service? Politics is the highest form of spirituality. Please note it. If you are in this program, unless you believe in this, you will not be doing service to this program. Politics is the highest form of spirituality. Why? When you are spiritual, go to Tirupati. You do for yourself. When you go and support an orphanage, you maybe do for 10 people. If you do much bigger, you may open a bigger institution and support maybe 100 people. But even as a corporator, which is the lowest in terms of the governance model, you are serving 40,000 people. But problem is, are you serving? If you are serving, by the way, if any of you are serious about it, from today you are public property. Your life is for the public. People will come to you to solve their problems. How often people come and say, please help me? Isn't it the highest form of spirituality? Somebody coming you to ask for help. It might be as simple as a pothole, or somebody getting harassed by the police guy, or somebody died in somebody's family and they don't know what to do. So when I decided to be in public life, what was my option? I'm a very successful entrepreneur. I have made reasonable amount of money, so I don't need to work. But then, so you say, okay, fine, at 40, Mr. Jairaj, is not that you don't become IAS at 40, correct? So one way to serve is being a bureaucrat. But you can't become a bureaucrat at 40. Now, other option is become a public servant through politics. Which party is ready to take you, tell me? Fine, you are good, very good. Do write a paper. Every political party, if you are educated, they say, oh, Mishra ji, आपका उपयोग है, एक paper लिखिए. Vision 2025. Exactly, this is what I was told to me. I said, in 2025, your party may not remain. What's the point of writing a vision for 2025? True for Congress also, boss. So, fundamental issue is, even if you want to serve this country, there is no option and opportunity for you to serve. Because today's politics is a closed house. It's an old boys network. If you are not in, you are not in. And to entry, it is a 20-year process. Starting from Murdabad, Jindabad, Jhanda, this, that, and all that. And if you are in the process, every time Netaji comes, go and receive him, namaskar, namaskar, all that. Whole process, if you do 20 years, then you are eligible to get a ticket, if you are lucky. Because 200 people are doing same thing. And only one guy will get it. Only one guy. 199 are not going to get all their life. Do you think anybody is more qualified than this gentleman here? He just talked about his background. IM professor, gone and seen the word and done public policy, PhD. Can he say 100% he'll get the ticket from Congress for MP? Yeah. I wish that's true. And I hope he does. And if he does, we will not feel a candidate against him. And I will campaign for him. That's the same thing I told Nandan. Same thing I told Nandan. If you stand, and I gave a public statement. I said, if you stand, I will not feel anybody against you, and I will come and campaign for you. It's not about which party you are. You belong to which party? You'll know about it. I'm not supposed to, but since he mentioned Congress. You can mention that he's in Congress. Yeah. Okay, I'll talk about it. It's a new party. Idea essentially here is, if you are wanting to serve the society, programs like this give you a platform. It's a platform. Beyond this, you got to do things on the field. So what Nitin and his team is going to teach you, if you become a corporator, what are responsibilities? How you are going to behave? What is expected of you as a corporator? Then it comes Okay, fine, I would like to become a corporator. I know what a corporator does. Now, election is a science and art put together. Maybe some of us who have experience will come and tell you how to organize your election campaign. There are 4 aspects of election campaign. First is campaign finance. You need money to fight election. Simple, you need to reach 45,000 people. To physically reach them, you need 45,000 pamphlets. That will cost money. You also need people who will go and door-to-door work for you. So you need X amount of money. How do you raise it? If you are wealthy, well and good. But better you take money from others, because if somebody gives you 10 rupees, he'll vote also for you. It's never a good idea to spend your money. Because if you spend your money, nobody knows. And if you go, 10 rupees everybody will give. But if somebody has given 10 rupees, he'll certainly vote for you because he doesn't want 10 rupees to go waste. There's little things like that. And how do you raise it? Collecting 10 rupees is not easy. So campaign finance, then message and communication. Somebody talk about what kind of message you want to give. And should message come out by sitting on the laptop or going in the field? And is this message relevant? You may want to promise Kaveri water to everybody, but does Kaveri have enough water? And if you promise or you don't deliver, you will not get elected. So very complicated. Message and communication, second aspect. Third aspect is voter mobilization. How do you create your person in each apartment complex? If you have a basti or slum, how do you have your person there without paying money? These are the practical tips which some of us, I think during the program, Sridhar has planned, will come and talk to you. Once you reach a little bit, many of you will say, "Yeah, I'm not interested." Then what's the point? But I hope many of you will remain interested, would like to become corporators. Some who do not want to become corporators will also hopefully like to become corporators, and will come and tell you how to win. And finally, I know many of you, 25 are independents who are not come from any party. Remaining 41 have come from some parties. It's very good. First of all, I'm so happy that traditional old generation parties have decided that they also need educated and well-trained people. That is very good. Because no single party has monopoly over goodness. Goodness is by the people. So if your parties, whichever have recommended your names, hopefully will also give you the ticket. I mean, ticket is another different ball game. In any case, if you guys are excited about it, get your ticket from your party, is very good. If you don't, still don't give up. Because if you want, you can stand independent. Independents are as easily winnable as with party in corporator election. If you have done good job, you can win. If you want the ticket, and if you are B-Clip certified, I'll give you the ticket. My party will give you the ticket. If your party doesn't give, be happy with your party, because this is whatever reason. Third and most important point. Corporator job and corporator election, one of the most difficult elections. Let me warn you. It's almost like physical fight. Because every voter can touch you and feel you and will grab you. His 25 lakh voter is very difficult to reach. But then nobody expects him to reach. He said, our MP is fine, he's sitting anywhere in Delhi. As long as I know he's from the right party, he's the right guy, they will win. But in your case, everybody would like to know, oh, are you going to clean my toilet? Or my drain? Or my water you are going to get? That is what is a very personal. That's why I think the most complicated, most engaged, but the best election. You can reach your everybody. You'll physically know that many people. It's fantastic. It's a, as you can, it's a nasha. Once you get into the groove, don't get scared. It is more people know you. Every day you meet 10 people, they say, no, I'm with you. It is almost like, I can tell you because I've fought many elections, not me, but I've made, campaign. It's a fun. It's carnival, it's picnic. You'll make so many friends. It'll be beyond your, and you'll become very influential. Police wala will salute you. Correct? Traffic guy will say, sir, okay, sir. Then your BBMP officer, of course, don't ask for the illegal floor, but he'll fear you. So with your hard work comes power. But with power, most important comes responsibility, accountability. And I hope, I have no doubt, any of you who have chosen to be here will remain honest, will remain committed, giving your personal circumstances, and will hopefully go on to become the true leaders. Most of you are young. I am reaching 48. But most of you will potentially, when you reach 48, are ready to become MP. Today, if you want to get a stock of MP candidate in Bangalore, how many of? I would love Mohandas Pai to become an MP. But will he? Question is that. There are so many good people who have so many other responsibilities are not available. You are starting early in life. He has taken a great, he is IM professor. He happens from Congress, but he's an IM professor, but he took this challenge. And I hope him, people like Nandan, not because they are IM professor, they are public spirited people. I know him for very long. So is Nandan. He has gone and created a program which was considered impossible. Any country in the world has never registered 700 million people, good or bad or right or wrong. Nobody has done it. He has done it. And done it without being a government official, without being an elected official. He still has done it. And I know physically how he had to suffer early days. I used to talk to him. He'll go and talk to the officials. He says, who are you? You're not a minister. You're not an IAS. Who are you? People used to simply not entertain. To be able to do that, I think he deserves to be in parliament. Because that gives you legitimacy. Nobody can question you. Why? Because people selected it. That's the beauty of democracy. You'll become very powerful. But with power also comes arrogance and everything else. Please don't. Okay? So thank you very much. I'm really happy to see this. Good